Do you remember the thrill of discovering a brilliant wine before anyone else knew its name, before the critics, before the cult status, before the price doubled or tripled? For those of us who truly love wine, those quiet discoveries are everything. That brief moment when you feel ahead of the curve before the world catches up. Today, I would like to share 7 bottles from my cellar that tell exactly that story. Producers I first encountered before they became widely known. Humble discoveries at the time, now firmly established on the world stage. Peyre, Domaine de la Grange des Pères. Much has been written about this iconic Languedoc estate. After training with Rougeard, Jean-François and Éloi d'Urbach, Laurent Vieilles took over the family domain in 1992. Against all odds, he planted vines on poor limestone-rich soils, considered unsuitable by many at the time, expanding the estate to 11 hectares and soon producing wines that reached cult status. The domain rose to international fame shortly after the release of its first vintage in 1992. Since Laurent's untimely death in 2021, his brother has overseen the winemaking. I bought this 2010 in 2020 for $140. It's now around $430. This wine strikes a beautiful balance between power and decision. It offers depth and richness, yet everything feels lifted and controlled. Intense, but graceful. Layered, yet energetic. A compelling wine that shows both strength and finesse. It's a blend of 40% Syrah, 40% Mourvèdre, and 20% Cabernet Sauvignon. Côte du Roussillon village, Domaine du Clos des Fées, la Petite Sibérie. Clos des Fées was founded in 1997 by Claudine and Hervé Bizel in Roussillon's Agly Valley. With no prior experience, they purchased old vine plots in a wide, secluded landscape they found so beautiful that they named it after the fairies, Fées in French, they imagined living there. The domain quickly became a benchmark for Roussillon in the early 2000s, shortly after its first releases. This cuvée La Petite Sibérie, first made in 2001, comes from a tiny 1.16 hectare plot of 60-year-old Grenache planted on a steep slope of iron-rich schist. An icy northwest wind blows across the vineyard more than 200 days a year, hence the name meaning Little Siberia. The wine is mature in 100% new oak and typically includes 5 to 7% Mourvèdre and Syrah. I bought this 2009 in 2014 for $125. It's now around $400. A fascinating wine defined by poise and aromatic depth. It delivers richness without heaviness, generous and intense, yet remarkably balanced. Even at 70 years old, its freshness remains vivid, setting it apart within the region. Saumur-Champigny, Clos Rougeard, Le Bourg. Located in Chalasses, between Tours and Angers, in the Loire Valley, this cult estate rose to fame through Jean-Louis and Bernard Foucault's uncompromising viticulture, tiny yields, and minimal intervention winemaking. The legend began in 1993 when a bottle of their 1990 Cuvée Le Bourg was slipped into a blind tasting of great 1990 Pomerols and outperformed them all. The 8th-generation brothers farmed 10 hectares across Saumur and Saumur-Champigny. Following Jean-Louis' death in December 2015, Bernard sold the estate in 2017 to Martin Bouygues, owner of Château Montrose in Saint-Estèphe. Le Bourg is a top cuvée and comes from a tiny 1-hectare parcel of 80-year-old Cabernet Franc on limestone and deep clay. It is aged in 100% new oak for 24 months with around 4,000 bottles produced per year. I bought this 2007 in 2020 for $250. It's now around $500. This 2007 price is far above the reputation of its vintage. It shows elegance, lift, and a beautiful sense of freshness. The Foucault's craftsmanship is clear, vitality and refinement working together seamlessly. As always with Rougeard, it leaves a lasting impression. Coteaux du Languedoc, Pères, Sierra Leone. Founded in 1982 by Marlène Soria, Peyre is a 24-hectare organic estate near Montpellier. Syrah accounts for 80% of plantings, complemented by Grenache, Mourvèdre, and Carignan. Small plots of Rolle, Roussanne, and Vignes are also grown. The Domaine gained recognition in the mid-1990s and is known for powerful, age-worthy wines matured in large oak for up to a decade before release. I bought this 2006 in 2020 for $95. It's now around $145. This 20-year-old Syrah shows an appealing contrast between vitality and depth. It carries the richness of the South, yet time has softened its power into something supple and refined. The texture is smooth and polished, with elegance replacing youthful force. Blend of 90% Syrah and 10% Mourvèdre. Savenière Coulée de Serrant, Clos de la Coulée de Serrant. Cistercian monks first planted Chenin Blanc on these steep slopes above the Loire in the year 1130. Now, a 7-hectare monopole with its own AOC since 1952, Coulée de Serrant has been family-owned since 1961. Nicolas Joly introduced biodynamics in 1984, shaping it into a culled wine known for longevity. Today, his daughter Virginie tends these historic wines, now 35 to 80 years old. I bought this 1999 in 2011 for $35. It's now around $230. I have tasted this many times over the years, and it never disappoints. At 27 years old, it remained vibrant and driven. It blurs stylistic lines, hinting at Sauterne, Vin Jaune, Sherry, and dry Chenin, yet ultimately stands alone, singular and unforgettable. Not for everyone, but absolutely worth experiencing. Saint-Guilhem-le-Désert, Cité d'Agnan, Mas de Daumas-Gassac. Mas de Daumas-Gassac needs little introduction. In the 1970s, Aimé Guibert helped put the Languedoc on the fine wine map by planting noble varieties near Agnan, against local convention with the guidance of Émile Penaud. The red, first released in 1978, and the white, this one, in 1986, quickly achieved cult status. I bought this 2016 in 2022 for $30. It's now around $55. This wine stands out for its aromatic complexity and balance between fruit and freshness. The 2016 has lift and energy, with a faint oxidative edge that adds intrigue without compromising elegance. Blend of 27% Viognier, 20% Petit Martin, 21% Chardonnay, 13% Chenin Blanc, and 40% rare varieties. Côte du Jura, Jean-François Ganevat, les Chalasses Vieilles, Chardonnay. Jean-François Ganevat, also known as Fanfan, is a biodynamic pioneer in the Jura. Based in Lacombe de Rotalier, from a winemaking family dating back to 1650, he returned from Burgundy in 1998 and now manages the 13-hectare estate. He's known for reviving forgotten local varieties and pursuing elegance and lightness in his wines. I bought this 2018 in 2022 for $95. It's now around $150. A striking expression of Chardonnay. Les Chalasses Vieilles combines finesse with structure, mineral intention with texture, balance and vibrant. It captures both place and old vine energy with clarity and precision. From a 7-hectare plot of Chardonnay planted in 1902 on grey marl soils. These are estates I admired long before they attracted broader market attention. Following them across vintages has been deeply satisfying. I'm pleased to see their success, even if sometimes I miss the days when they were quietly waiting on the shelf. Some have reached impressive price levels, others remain surprisingly accessible and still offer that rare pleasure of feeling like you have found something special before everyone else. If this kind of cellar story resonates with you, feel free to subscribe. You will find my tasting notes and cellar pics over on Instagram. And I'm curious, what producer have you discovered before the war caught on? Massive thanks for watching today, and I will see you in the next one.